If you want to talk about the Avs prospect who had the best season, well, the obvious answer is Cale Makar, clearly, as he is about to go win a Calder Trophy. But if you take away the guys who have played in the actual NHL, there's a very good argument that the answer to that question is Alex Newhook. Now, I'm not saying that Newhook is even the best prospect in the Avs system. I think that still goes to Bowen Byram. But as far as raising their stock, I don't think anyone kept up with the rate that Newhook pushed his this year. Coming out of the BCHL and moving to Boston College, Newhook was making the jump from Junior A to NCAA, which is a route the Avs have become more and more familiar with over the last couple of years, including Tyson Jost and Cale Makar making that exact same jump. Things were slow at first. Boston College started Newhook on the wing, and he only produced 2 points through his first 7 games in college. The rumblings of an adjustment period and giving Newhook time to sort things out were already starting by the time November hit, and then Boston College moved him back to center. And once he was down the middle, Newhook just never looked back. There were only 4 games for the rest of the season in which he would not record at least 1 point. His offense completely flourished. On the rush, he was simply able to outpace his opponents. He was a triple threat in the offensive zone. Shoot, pass, or skate. He can do all 3 going forward. On a personal note, I had the opportunity to watch Newhook during the preseason rookie camp, training camp, things like that, and I wasn't overly impressed with his shot. But when he gets the opportunity to shoot the puck in game situations, it absolutely has the ability to beat goalies clean. So with Newhook finding himself, he would quickly move from auxiliary freshman piece on this Boston College team to the driving force behind their entire offense. Every single time he would step on the ice, he was a weapon, even picking up 4 short-handed points during the season. Every team knew when he was out there. By the winter break, his name was already on everyone's radar, and he did go to the Team Canada selection camp, where ultimately he played extremely well. Certainly, anyone you talk to believes he deserved to be on that Team Canada World Juniors team, but for reasons unknown to me, he was snubbed. Wild decision, and you have to think one Team Canada regrets based on the way his season played out. But nonetheless, it's one of the few negatives on his season, and it was completely out of his control. So, really hard to knock Newhook for the most part. On the other hand, maybe that was exactly what Newhook needed, as it seemed to light a new fire under him when he got back to Boston College in January, and he just absolutely blew up the league. The skating looks fantastic. The offensive ability looks fantastic, but what was one of the big keys for me in him making the next step was his ability to do the same things he did in Junior A with significantly less time that he has in the NCAA. When he could just stand around and defenders would give him room back at the lower levels at the NCAA, those gaps get closed quicker, and he still made the correct plays, the right decisions, and had the hands to straight up beat people. I will say the defensive zone for him does need a little bit of work. That's not to say it's terrible. There are some times where he doesn't feel engaged on the defensive end. However, you can see some positive. When he believes there's an opportunity to get the puck, he'll come to life and hunt it down, creating more offense. They just need to get him more actively engaged regularly in the defensive zone. And let's be honest, that would just be a cherry on top. The Avs did not draft Alex Newhook to play defense. As we got into the last part of the season, Newhook just straight up broke the Hockey East. He went on a 12-game scoring streak and added 23 points across those 12 games, nearly 2 point per game average, which is just absolutely ridiculous. He would play so well, he would win the NCAA Rookie of the Year award and be named to the All-Hockey East second team. I just cannot overstate his ability to be a game breaker. As the NCAA moved into their playoff tournaments and were heading towards the major Frozen Four tournament, Newhook was on a path where he could potentially break rookie records in the league. Unfortunately, everything was ultimately cut short, and he didn't get that chance. But still, the path he was on was blatantly obvious. On the season, Newhook had 19 goals and 23 assists for 42 points in 34 games with Boston College. Based on his season as a whole, I have to give him an A+. That will far and away be my highest ranking of any Avs prospect this year. He was absolutely dominant and deserves it every single inch. Make no mistake, there are multiple teams where if Newhook was in their system, he would be signed and heading towards the NHL for the 2021 season. However, the Avs have the luxury of giving him another year with McKinnon and Kadri down the middle, so he will be returning to Boston College and get another year to stew. Get ready on that Cale Makar plan. If you're looking for a potential Hobey Baker contender next year, look no further than Alex Newhook. This season, Newhook has gone from a pick in the first round with a bunch of upside and hope for the future to the future of the Colorado Avalanche. They need a 2C for the future, even with Kadri filling that role currently, which is great. There's only 2 years left on that deal. And when things like ELCs start to come up with a potential flat cap in the future, Newhook is poised to become a staple of the Avs lineup. These are the type of players, the type of picks that when they work out, they make a team truly special. The Avs are already great, but a player like Alex Newhook could make them the greatest. That is the end of this player's season review. Thank you for watching. Y'all know the drill. Head on over to thednvr.com or check out this DNVR YouTube channel for more awesome content. I am Rudo3, and Newfies. Turns out they're pretty good at hockey.
Avalanche time, come on, grab your friends. We're going to the playoffs again with